Tonight, when you look at a light switch, you don't think twice before turning it on.
The room instantly fills with light and everything feels normal. But for most of human history, that moment didn't exist. For more than 300,000 years, humans lived in a world ruled by darkness. When the sun disappeared, everything changed. There was no light to provide comfort, no switch to end the night, and no guarantee of safety. Early humans would stand still as the sun slowly disappeared behind the horizon. They knew what was coming. The bright sky would fade into deep black, and the world would transform completely. In just a few minutes, everything familiar would vanish. Imagine a human standing alone on a hill, watching the sunset. His posture is still, his arms slightly lowered. As the last light disappears, he looks around, but now there is nothing. No path, no distance, no clarity, only darkness. In that world, even your own hand was invisible in front of your face. If you lifted it up, you couldn't see it. Sounds became sharper. Every small noise felt like a warning. A crack in the distance, or the snap of a branch, the movement of leaves, could make the heart freeze instantly. Early humans had no homes like we do today. No doors, no locked rooms, no protection from the night. They survived by staying in groups. A lone human in the dark was an easy target, so they stayed close together, forming tight circles to protect themselves from whatever might be out there. A group of humans would move slowly at night, carefully placing each step. Their bodies are slightly bent forward, showing caution. There is no fire yet, no light source, only silence and uncertainty. Every direction looks the same. Left, right, forward, all black. In that darkness, fear wasn't just an emotion, it was a survival instinct. Because the unknown wasn't imagination, it was real danger. Large animals that hunted at night could appear without warning. Humans could hear something moving, but they couldn't see it. And that made the mind create even worse possibilities than reality. One human suddenly stops. He hears something behind him. His head quickly turns. The group freezes. Silence becomes heavier than sound. For a moment, nobody moves. Even breathing feels risky. Then slowly, they continue walking. But now fear follows them everywhere. For a long time, this was life. Night after night, generation after generation. Humans never escaped it. The world reset every evening into pure darkness. There was no escape, no control, and no comfort. But then something changed everything. One day, somewhere in ancient history, a human discovered something that would reshape survival itself: fire. At first, it was just a spark, a small accident, maybe two stones hitting each other, maybe lightning striking wood. But when humans saw it, they didn't just see fire, they saw control over darkness for the first time. A human carefully kneels, trying to create a spark. His hands are focused, repeating the motion again and again. Suddenly, a tiny glow appears, a weak flicker of light. Then it grows and grows until fire is born. For the first time in human history, darkness stepped back. The group gathers around the fire. Their faces change immediately. Fear begins to disappear. The fire gives warmth, light, and most importantly, safety. Shadows still exist beyond the circle, but now humans can see where light ends and danger begins. Humans sit around the fire in a circle, staring at the flames. Their expressions are calm, almost relieved. The fire crackles, lighting their faces with an orange glow. For the first time, night feels survivable. But even fire had limits. It could not reach far. It could not remove all fear. Outside the circle of light, darkness still ruled. Anything could be watching. Anything could be moving, and humans knew this. At night, some humans sleep near the fire while others stay awake. One figure holds a stick, watching the darkness carefully. The fire burns slowly, but the shadows around it feel alive. The night is still long, and survival still depends on awareness. As time passed, humans began to change the world slowly. They built small shelters. They created tools. They formed early villages. But even then, one thing never changed: the night. Darkness remained the same as it was thousands of years ago. No matter how much humans advanced during the day, at night, they were still vulnerable, still blind, still afraid of what they could not see. Sometimes, early humans would look up at the sky filled with stars. A human sits alone, gazing upward. The stars are beautiful, but they offer no answers, only silence from the universe. Humans didn't know that one day they would not just survive the night, they would defeat it. Fast forward to modern times. A human stands in a room. He moves his hand toward a switch. One small movement, one simple action, and suddenly, light floods the entire space. This is electricity, artificial light, a world where night no longer controls life. The same darkness that once ruled everything now disappears instantly with a simple click. The stickman looks around the bright room, calm, safe, comfortable. Something ancient has been completely defeated without struggle. But this is the strange part of human life today. We forget. We forget that for most of history, light was not normal. It was not guaranteed. It was not available at all. For 300,000 years, humans lived in darkness half of their lives. They feared the night. They survived it, but they never controlled it. And now, we don't even think about it. We sleep with lights. We walk in lit streets. We control the night like it was never a problem. But every light you see today carries the story of survival, fear, discovery, and intelligence. Because light is not just technology, it is one of the greatest victories in human history. And the next time you turn on a light, remember the world your ancestors lived in. A world where darkness was everything and light did not exist.